Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me. So the government have been banging on about getting working people the benefits that they need, giving things to working people, making sure working people have what they need and what they want. However, as we've seen in the news, things aren't like that, because the number of people out of work is rising and has risen since Labour got into power. Now, of course, there are many reasons for that, but a lot of businesses are saying that it's because of the increase in taxes that the Labour Party have put on businesses, such as the national insurance contributions. And another report has said that the hospitality sector in particular is suffering because of increased costs and things like this. Ofgem have now also announced that there's going to be a 2% increase in energy bills this winter. So businesses are going to be suffering all over again. And it just seems to me as though the government obviously want people to work. They keep saying that if you can work, you should work. But on the other side of things, there are no jobs. Jobs, the number of jobless people is going up. The number of jobs available is not very big at all. There are lots of companies going under. Claire's has now been talking about going into administration. You've got Poundland who are selling up their businesses. A number of big high street chains are now closing up shop or moving out of certain areas because they're just not profitable anymore. And so you've got this kind of perfect storm, if you like, where you've got businesses closing, people being put out of work, but there are no jobs to go to. And that's just going to cause a big problem. And even though there are other reports that say that the number of people on jobless benefits is going up, well, that's one of the reasons why, is because there are lots of people losing their jobs, particularly in the hospitality sector, and they're not being able to find alternative work. And that is the biggest problem I think that we have at the moment, is just that that there are no incentives for business to employ people now, especially when you've got things like this increase in national insurance. Obviously Rachel Reeves said that would come out of a company's profits, but full well it's not going to come out of the company's profits. It's going to come out of the fact that they're going to raise prices of their products, and they're also going to either stop recruitment or actively get rid of people because they can't afford or don't want to afford the extra cost. So it's actually the working people who are going to be suffering as a result of these tax increases. And of course you've got the autumn budget coming up, where a lot of people are predicting there's going to be more tax rises, which I think will cause even more trouble for businesses going forward. And it just looks as though it's getting worse instead of getting better. Now, of course, I realise the Tories did cause a lot of trouble in their 14 years, and they are by no means exempt from any criticism. But it was supposed to be getting better under the Labour Party, and unfortunately it isn't at the moment. Now, well, of course, whether it will in the future remains to be seen, but certainly at the moment it's looking like things are going to continue to get worse. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. Do you think that the Labour Party are doing everything they can to increase the number of jobs and to get people back into work? Or do you think that actually what they're doing is counterproductive, and actually it's causing more people to lose their jobs and be on out of work benefits than they're supposed to be? Let me know down in the comment section what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please do subscribe if you've got this far, and I'll see you next time.